do we even begin this conversation, SNM clan? Like, how do we even begin this? I don't know. The littlest of things can actually escalate. It can just blow up the whole city.
Yes.
Right? And when the whole city is blown up, you can't even find people to say.
We'll pack our bags and go to Canada.
You can't even say that, please, did you see what happened? Because they don't blow Komot.
They don't blow Komot.
They don't blow Komot.
But already they Canada.
I don't know, Shaun and Wanni, first of all, guys, if you say Shaun, they feel like, Shaun is creating a certain kind of content, or
because why is everything weird? According to Shaun, weird is now the word that is triggering him. Weird. Okay, now.
Let's begin, please.
Let's tell you guys how it all started.
It all started, yeah.
They were talking about DJs in the kitchen,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah.
When you and your pals, you guys are like talking about musicians. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So Wanni and Shaun were talking about DJs. They were mentioning different DJ names that they know.
Mm-hmm.
Then
like
Shaun
like all this, concert, understand, right?
Like all this concert. Like
Okay.
if I mention Wizkid, he will mention Bonner,
Mm-hmm.
mention. Do you understand? Like normal thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
So now Shaun was not like describing a particular DJ,
yeah,
without mentioning the person's name.
Of which you need to mention the name.
Of which you need to mention because you guys were already
that's
mentioning
a rule. I mean, it's names of names on any DJ that you know.
Yeah.
You call a DJ. Are you supposed to be mute? You're not supposed to be mute.
They were not even like doing name calling.
Yeah, I
they
get
were
that.
just like calling DJ names that they know.
It's just more of like a perfect description of concert. That's what I'm trying to say.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So Shaun was like describing a particular DJ.
Yeah.
Wanni now, in a natural mind,
yeah,
you want to know who he's describing.
Yeah.
And she got it and called the person's name.
Yeah.
Shaun blew up.
That's crazy.
SNM class, this is the result. This is actually what happened.
That's what happened.
Shaun got mad.
Yeah.
I was like, why would you call the person's name? Why would you call the person's name? I didn't even want to mention the person's name. So why would you call the person's name?
Yeah.
And she's like, how would I have known that you didn't even want to mention the person's name?
Yeah.
Besides, we were mentioning DJ names.
Yeah.
So how will I know in your mind? How will I tell your mind that I'm like, I'm not supposed to mention this person's name?
Because you understand? Because you never actually stated that you didn't want to mention the name.
You only said that after she had mentioned
exactly.
the name.
If you had said, I don't want to mention the name, you understand? I just want keep it private, but you know the DJ now, you know, so okay. And if Wanni had still gone ahead to say the name, that's a different case entirely.
But let me say something.
But what, please?
I know that he didn't say, don't mention the name.
Yeah.
But let's say he said it. And I still ended up mentioning, not knowing that he will be mad. Because in my mind, why will he be mad?
No.
Wait, no.
Yeah.
I want to say something.
Wanni shouldn't do that then.
No, I want to say something.
Go on, I'm listening.
Then, let's say I'm playing the game with you, right?
Yeah.
And I say, I don't even want to mention this DJ name. And I say, DJ Wanni Handi. Will you be mad?
I mean, I've clearly told you.
No, you didn't warn me. You just said, I don't want to mention the person's name casually.
Marine, come on now.
No,
Marine, listen to me now. We're having an honest conversation here.
Will you be mad, yes or no?
Of course, definitely I will be mad because, I mean, it's simple here. I clearly told you that if that happened, right? I don't want to talk about this. I don't want to call the DJ name. I mean, this is self-explanatory. Okay, this is more of like, a private thing. I don't want to. So you still going ahead to call the name.
All these details wasn't there.
You understand?
Said,
so
I don't want to call them casually.
That's why I said that, you don't need to say, I don't want to call the name because you even stated I don't want to call the name. Self-explanatory. That's why I said self-explanatory. You are supposed to know.
So if the person goes ahead to call the name,
that is a problem.
You will be mad.
That will be crazy. That will be nice. You understand, right? You need to understand things for yourself sometimes, right? Yeah.
If I casually say, I don't want to call the DJ name.
Yeah.
It's just like this DJ, but I don't want to call the DJ name. And you still call the person name. I'm not going to be mad because to me, I'm like, why will I even be mad because of the DJ? Unless there's something there that I'm trying to hide.
That is what I'm still saying.
Yeah.
For you not to actually talk about somebody, it means there's something involved. It means you have a special reason for you not to mention a certain name. It's simple. So if that person says, I don't want to call the name, and someone else still goes ahead to call that name, then we have a problem. You understand, right? So that thing happened, right? And of course, Wanni, of course, called, the DJ's name. And, Shaun blew up.
That was when Shaun was like, I didn't want to call the name. Why would you call the name? Blah, blah, blah. And she's like, how would I have known?
Mind you, Shaun never said he doesn't want to call the name.
It was after she called
But just
the
giving
name.
an example, if he had said that, okay, that is a different ballgame entirely. But Shaun never mentioned that. So this is not even Wanni's fault from any, like no matter how Shaun wanted to do, bros, this one, are your hand you did.
So
this is your hand. This you're doing.
And I said that they were not going back and forth.
Yeah.
So Wanni was like shocked.
Yeah.
Like, what's going on here? Why are you being weird about the situation?
Yeah.
Because obviously you're being weird.
Yeah, in a way, I don't know if you have seen Shaun's,
it's not that serious.
latest, doings.
Yeah.
He's quite weird these days,
Nah,
we don't know, maybe like Marion said, because of the whole unpairing stuff that happens. So he needs to create one or two things, probably to be kept in the house, or he wants to make sure that he can actually stand in. I don't know what he's doing,
I don't know what he's doing.
Shaun is just all over the place.
Yes, just all over the place.
It's all over the place.
I don't understand.
And Shaun always quotes himself whenever there are issues. He starts wearing his hood.
Yeah,
his hoodie.
it starts to cover his face.
Starts to cover his face like Robin Hood.
Yeah.
That is Shaun. Yeah. I don't know whether that's a pattern, but that's quite, that's dope for me.
I think it's not a pattern because
that's a pattern,
if you notice something not once, twice, thrice.
Yeah,
you'll be like, okay.
Anytime sometimes there are issues, Shaun tends to cover his eyes.
Yes.
He doesn't like to be seen.
What an observation.
Likes to be seen.
Okay, so that conversation, they were like going back and forth.
Yeah.
And they graduated to the garden. They were in the garden, still talking, going back and forth.
Yeah.
So she now said, if you felt, I should have mentioned the name, even when I don't even know.
Have you spoken about the kitchen?
I'm sorry. No, the kitchen, no. They've not even gone to the kitchen.
They've not gone to the kitchen?
I've not gone to the kitchen. They're in the garden first. I've not gone to the kitchen.
I thought they now left from upstairs.
No, from the kitchen. They were in the garden.
Okay, they went to the garden.
When she walked out on him and went to the kitchen.
Okay. All right. Okay.
So they went to the garden. They were talking.
Because that's a report. Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Do you get? Because they came to the garden, they saw that a lot of people were there. They went to one part of the garden.
Okay.
They sat there having a conversation.
Yeah.
So she now apologized to her and said, "Oh, I'm sorry if you felt bad.
Yeah.
But I didn't like how you scored me.
Yeah.
Or how you talked to me like a kid. I don't like it. I don't like it." Kept on saying, "If you behave like a kid, I'm going to talk to you how I want to talk to you."
Yeah.
And then I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
At this point, I don't get that. Someone is telling you don't talk to me like a kid, even when they have apologized.
That was after.
They're not even supposed to apologize.
That was after the kitchen, Marine.
No, I said they left there because the thing was hot. They went to the garden to talk.
Nah, no, this one now, we have never spoken about what happened in the kitchen. So after the kitchen, Wanni, of course, took her food. She went upstairs, Shaun came upstairs and now went to the garden. Yeah.
She said that they went to the garden first. Okay, okay. Why was Shaun saying in the kitchen that Wanni walked out on him? When did it happen? It happened in the garden.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. They didn't show what happened. We just saw how Shaun and Wanni reporting themselves to Handi. So the garden we are talking about is one that they showed us the aftermath of what happened after the kitchen.
It wasn't the aftermath. After what happened, they now went to the garden again to go and talk.
No. After the kitchen, after they reported to Handi about what happened, if you can remember, Shaun was still standing when they were serving food. So Wanni let and of course told Handi that, Handi, do you like your phone like this? Then she went upstairs.
Yeah, they came to the garden. They came to the garden. People were there. They left. Yes, they left. The garden was the last place they had the conversation.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
All right.
They went to the garden. They saw that people were there.
Good.
They left and went to one place.
Good. So let's tackle the kitchen before the garden.
Now that was the part where she now walked out on him because he kept on still saying the same thing, even when she has apologized. Do you understand?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The walking out now was just more of it was after the kitchen. The walking out was after the kitchen.
No, in the kitchen, I heard Shaun say you walked out on
That's
me.
what I'm saying, but it wasn't Shaun. It was just like a narrative. It was a narration to Handi.
That's what I'm saying. Handi said it happened when they came to the garden and people were there. They now had to go and talk somewhere.
Exactly.
So the walking out did not happen in the garden.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. So we are narrating what Shaun and Wanni were talking to Handi about how, Wanni must have walked out, right? But the conversation about how, Wanni was expressing herself in terms of her apologizing, how Shaun was still saying that, I'm going to talk to you like a child. If you behave like a child, was the aftermath of what happened still in the kitchen.
Yes. And I'm not saying that the conversation they had when they left the kitchen, they said that there. They said that in the kitchen.
Exactly,
they said that in the garden.
In the garden. I get that.
Exactly.
I get that. So I don't necessarily plan this two concerning what is happening. I just feel like, for Wanni now, she has her own, you understand, right? And for her, she really doesn't like, when people tend to treat her some type of way, especially in public. She can actually wash her dirty linen wherever it is, right, with her own people, right? But whenever it comes to public matters, when people don't really know how to, code or just, pipe down a little bit, because even when Handi was when Kassia came, you understand, different people came to the kitchen, right? But even when Handi was still telling, Shaun that, okay, people are here now, okay, you know what, let's talk about this later.
Do you even know the funny thing?
I thought I would pipe down. That is even when Shaun escalated the matter. Yeah.
Do you know the funny thing?
Yeah.
When they were in the kitchen, they made white rice.
Yeah.
And she was like dishing food at first. Nobody was in the kitchen except like 3 of them.
Yeah.
It was them that they were reporting to Handi.
Yeah, they were reporting.
Reporting to Handi, talking to Handi.
Yeah.
She was listening, trying to like
Handi,
Handi. She was trying to like listen to Shaun, listen to Wanni, organizing the whole thing.
Yeah.
Then when people now like flooded in the kitchen,
yeah,
she now said, Shaun, you know what? Calm
down.
Let's talk about this
privately. Yeah. That's when he actually blew it even more. So it was quite weird to me that, okay, waiting they cause this matter. I mean, it's simple. Names of DJ or whatever, you actually didn't state that you didn't want to call any DJ. You just said that, okay, this DJ, this one, that doesn't, the person now. And one, of course, mentioned the DJ's name and you got pissed about that. To me, that is quite weird.
But do you know, no,
that is quite weird.
That is like baffling me is the fact that she apologized to you.
Yeah.
Now, she has apologized. And she's telling you that I do not like how you talk to me. You talk to me, you scold me like a kid. And you're saying that if you behave like a kid, I'm going to still talk to you. I want to say waiting.
Yeah.
Like, I want to say waiting. Why are you trying to justify the fact that you're talking to someone that refuses to be spoken like a kid? You're talking to her like a kid. And she's saying she doesn't like it. And you're justifying the fact, but she told you sorry for something that doesn't even make sense.
I don't know. It's just quite crazy from both parties. They themselves, they have their own dagbana choke, you understand, right? From Shaun's end, the same thing. From Wanni's end, the same thing as well. You understand? Both of them, they're just almost the same people.
In this case, I beg. This case, right? Shaun just F4.
But in this case now,
F4,
it's just because of how, Wanni must have done one or two things in terms of her actually stating or calling a DJ's name when Shaun did not state that he didn't want her to call the name. You understand, right? Now, if he had said that, like we said, that would have been a different thing entirely. But Wanni just calling a DJ's name randomly without doing anything, you can't just blow up like that. Hope you understand, right? I just feel this is quite weird, right?
I even thought maybe it's going to be like a serious something.
Yeah, it was just
of
a little pee that just escalated into something, right? And of course, Wanni, made it known that, for now she's done with Shaun, right? Still, she also highlighted on the fact of what happened, a few Sundays back, how Shaun, never congratulated them when they, escaped, possible eviction, things like that, right? That he scares her, she's afraid, one or two things, right?
Handi, right? She's scared,
right?
She's scared.
So different things that happen amongst these people, more like, if Wanni is to do something, please learn to stand on business. Don't make it look like, after 2 hours or an hour. I know how things are with people sometimes, especially when you need to settle one or two things, right? But when you actually say things sometimes, stick with it. Do what you say you want to do, right? Because after everything that happened that time during that two evictions back, you made it known how this guy was a certain person, this and that, right? But initially you were yearning for a dare. And when you got the dare about you trying to kiss one or two people, like I see you anticipated that, you just went with your 2 legs, went to where Shaun was in the garden, climbed in, and you kissed him. Now, such actions now that you make now, I mean, come on now. Come on. How will people actually know that you actually do stand on business, right? I will feel you on 100 if you actually, what you've said now, if you stick with what you see, I'll go feel better. That's it. Yeah.
Because when they were in the kitchen, they were slicing Shaun and them. Yeah. The parrot. Trust the parrot.
Yeah, parrots is really going to take a lot of things, right? Because Wanni, of course, I told, Tofa, everything that's happened.
Because Tofa was blaming her now. Tofa was like, my boss Shaun cannot do anything. You're fault, blah blah blah. Now that she has displayed to you, now you're like, oh my god.
I don't know, but just let us know what you feel about it. It is what it is. Kassia and Onyeka, now what is happening, Marion?
SNM clan.
Yeah.
They are dragging Kassia. Husband and wife, they talk, people they vex.
Okay.
So according to Kassia, that Onyeka told her that her strategy is to poke nose. Do you understand? You guys already know now. You know that putting heads, it was a thing. Week 2, week 3, it was a thing. Do you get? So she told Kassia about that and still said that the reason why she's even friends with Wanni and Handi is because she has perceived that they are like, they have a strong fan base.
Yeah.
So she wouldn't want to jeopardize the friendship there. So the reason why she's friends with Wanni and Handi is because they have fans.
All right, so
she's not saying that that the friendship is fake.
Yeah,
blah 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 blah.
Which just simply means that Onyeka'S movement, most times towards certain people is to rub off on them in the sense that she becomes cool with almost everyone. That's why you hear her say, "This one are my guy, this one are my G, this one are my person." You understand, right?
Yes.
She needs to have a feel of almost everyone.
Everybody.
Hope you understand something here, right? So that she can attach herself with them. So if anything happens, they are able to still, solicit for her, be for her, which, I mean...
She's a real hustler.
She's hustling, you understand, right?
Like, I don't even
but
say
according to Kellyrae, he was stating that, like we always say, we tell you guys, the game might beat the game, but the game is still reality.
Yes.
Hope you know, right?
Yes.
People can just see how you do this because of the game, but that game, ask yourself, why are people dragging you because of your game? Because to them, it's reality.
Yes.
If you are angry about how Big has not addressed the issue, when we say Big has not addressed Handi and Ben's issue, no be the game. But why are you pissed? Why are you crying?
Yeah.
Because you feel like, it is so realistic that if it happened.
Because if you believed that it was a game,
you understand?
I'm sure everybody will be relaxed.
You'll be relaxed. You understand,
why are
right?
people always like pressed?
So the game is just the general term of the show, but in detail is reality.
Yes, it's not a game.
Right? So that's what Kellyrae like trying to say. Kassia said, I beg go, nobody fit deceive me. Nobody fit deceive me. Kassia get one kind of voice like, you not tell them now. You tell them. Nobody fit deceive me.
I know so their friendship.
But now they do. This baby.
The only thing I did, the only one lie I lied.
Only one.
And because we know they're married or something like that.
Is that right? Actually talking about how, he never told them that, they're married, right?
Yeah,
that doesn't care.
Only lie. That doesn't care. If he explains to you and you don't get it, then you don't get it.
If you choose to use that against him, that's no problem. We're just going to give you a straightforward answer why he did what he did,
because
right?
He's a straightforward person.
So you feel me, right? So it was now going everywhere how, for Kassia, it's more like, exposing, Onyeka'S, tactics, strategy of who Onyeka really is in the game.
But that's even what
you understand,
it is,
right?
though.
So, I mean, for Onyeka now, we always keep telling you guys out there, that most things that happen, is very intentional. Onyeka is one of the most intentional housemate this season.
She is.
So anything you see, Onyeka movements are pre-calculated. She is very much aware.
Yes.
Don't mess with that.
She's not dumb.
She's not dumb.
She's not dumb.
She's very, very smart.
Yes.
Hope you know, right?
I agree.
So for them now, it's more like, as Kellyrae and Kassia don't talk about marriage, God, I bet, may this parrot no play, yeah. May this parrot no play, yeah,
the parents will expose them.
Yeah.
If they're not careful.
Yeah.
But anyways, I just feel like it's even going to like...
I mean, well, that was a hold water,
Even the whole kids, not hold water.
You get, after everyone knew that they kissed, yes, even when they were still kissing during the whole day or whatever they were doing that stuff, what has still happened? No matter they're still trying to,
do you know why? Because we know that they are married.
Yeah.
So highest, the housemates will be like, oh my God. 2 days and it's gone.
Yeah. All right. Anything else?
No, Jerry.
All right. Still congratulations to, is it Team Fried Noodles? Team Oriental Fried Noodles. Congratulations, guys. Super, super amazing. All right. So it is what it is. Let's see what's going to happen. Do you agree? Okay. Kassia, Onyeka. So then I beg, I just finished for yes. See you now our next just I beg. Peace.
Yeah,